Finally, a chicken I could put my blessing behind. Say yes to Pope Yes Chicken, the official chicken of Pope Bob Iger. The only chicken you'll need for your salvation. Even that Shlomo guy likes it.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Say yes to Pope Yes. It's heavenly.
Feelings in castles.
Because I've had enough.
Feelings on boats.
You were always going on and on about He-Man.
You used to go on and on about Skeletor.
Feelings in hell.
I died!
Yeah, and the rest of us had to live with it.
Like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of Eternia. Are you looking for that special someone to save the world with from the evil oppressors and fascists? Do you care more about the pronouns people use instead of who they are as a person?
I use she, her pronouns, and I am this.
Do you feel the need to correct everyone about race and gender at all times, no matter the situation? Do you spend hours at a time screaming from your car about how unfair everything is?
Could this year get any fucking worse?
Then we have the dating app for you. Unhinged Unhitchables. Filter by pronouns, gender identity, race, fandoms, and more. Never match up with someone who will reject you because you're entitled to love too.
It's kind of hard to understand, but I'm a big lesbian.
Wank.
In these difficult times, America needs a leader they can count on. And that leader is Pope Bob Iger. A Pope Bob Iger presidency means lower taxes, better schools, and Disney Plus for all Americans. He's already in the Vatican. Now, put him in the White House. Hello, I am Pope Bob Iger. Not only do I want to be Pope, but I want to be your president. Vote for me or the Twitterati will cancel you and everyone you know. When you cast your vote, vote for the one man who will make America the happiest place on earth. Pope Bob Iger. I have Baby Yoda's vote. What about yours? I am Pope Bob Iger, and I am approving of this message.
Get ready to read. The all-new Ford 2021 Toxic Masculinity is 5,000 pounds of raw, untamed power. Whether it's climbing the steepest hill or running down an escaped criminal. And ladies, engage the all-new Karen Drive and let your inner bitch scream. The all-new 2021 Ford Toxic Masculinity with Karen Drive. Have you driven a Ford lately? Well, have you? The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat. Tired of being misgendered with all that luxurious hair? Want to look at least 25% different than your literary counterpart? Do you want that well-coiffed Liberace glow? Then come on down to Supercuts. Our trained stylists will have you going to battle looking your most elvish. No, not Elvis, elvish. That's better. Supercuts, with locations now in Rivendell, Minas Tirith, the Shire, and Hammerfell. Well, that last one's actually Skyrim. Now streaming on Disney Plus. He was one of the greatest heroes of the Old Republic.
Hello there.
Now, Disney will emasculate him, just because it took months for Kathleen Kennedy to figure out that this was the same show as The Mandalorian, and because they have to do anything to salvage their perfect Rey. Ewan McGregor stars in Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's 10 years after the fall of the Jedi. Now, Obi-Wan watches over a young Luke Skywalker as he works at a soul-crushing job in a meatpacking plant, deals with unfair labor practices,
It's only half.
rides public transportation, experiences PTSD flashbacks, plays Santa, passes time with his Game Gear, deals with Jedi dysfunction,
I'm not the man you remember.
uses Force GPS to find his buried manhood, and gives Tritos to his space camel. That last one's actually kind of cool. When Discount Lashana Lynch shows up with Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers and kidnaps a 10-year-old smartass, who Disney will use in an attempt to supplant Luke as the most important person in the galaxy, it will be up to Obi-Wan to look for her.
Excuse me. I'm looking for a ship.
At Penn Station. Ewan McGregor stars in the role he probably shouldn't have taken again in The Least Jedi.
Any credits?
Something tells me Tamir Morrison should have talked Ewan McGregor out of this after how well Book of Boba Fett went.
Help a veteran get a warm meal.
But hey, what do I know?
What do you know? What do you know, Rob? Who are they? What are they? What do they mean? What do you know? What do I know?
What do I know?
Oh, shoot. We forgot to put up the green screen. Put up the green screen. Shoot. We don't know to put up the green screen.
Oh, darn.
Sorry, can you pull a little closer, please? Thank you. I think I'm catching a cold or fighting a cold or caught a cold or... Hello? I think I have a cold. Or something. My sinuses are all stuffy. It might be allergies. I don't know. I took a Sudafed. My sinuses have been acted up. So sorry if I seem sniffly. Because that's... I can't help that. Yep. So we'll be congested. We'll be muting every time we have to congest. When Rob tells me. We don't pull up a synopsis.
Synopsis. Let me pull up a synopsis.
We watched the latest Picard.
You watch these things and it's impossible to remember.
Isn't it? It's like they go in one ear and out the other. They see... It is so... There's so many unnerving little things. Like, why does Picard and Crusher's kid look so much older? Right? That's one of them. Why it looks so much older. Hello, Brian Wicks. Hello. Someone like TNG. You think it's unlike TNG? I think it's like parts of TNG here and there. Like they cherry pick. Like this is kind of what I've been saying with the Masters of the Universe and all this stuff. Is like you're gonna remember and like different parts of it, okay. Right? So there's like a part in this that I'm like, oh, this is literally one of the things that I really liked in the original, TNG. There's a point where we get a call back to when Data and what's his name? Riker.
That guy.
Riker first meet.
That guy.
Yeah, Data and Riker first meet.
Guy.
With a little callback of Pop Goes the Weasel, and I liked the lighter moments and stuff. So you're getting like little callbacks of the lighter moments, right? But it's still this very dark, modern.
It's
Citations from Southwest Oklahoma. Hello. Well, we are here from Vegas right now, streaming from Vegas, where I'm dying on whatever allergen, or I probably caught something. We were out 2 nights for the St. Patty's Day thing, so I'm sure we caught something, didn't we? Yeah, there's a lot of member berries in this modern Star Trek. There's a lot of callbacks. I've said it before. The people who are liking this are liking the more movie cinematic TNG era and like the Star Trek 6 stuff, and that's kind of what they're trying for with this. With a lot of things that I'm picking up because I really don't like that type of Star Trek, right? I'm picking up a lot of these little tricks and tropes and fanfic. It's very fanficky. It is so it's like everybody's related to everybody. Everybody's a kid of somebody. Everybody's got a family connection to, because gee, I wish I were related to that fictional character. Gee, I'd love to write myself into that universe. And it's so weird. It's so odd. It's so odd to see other people's fanfic on screen, I think, at this point.
Really is.
Because we're to the point now where that's literally all it is. We got these 30-year-old scripts laying around from people who have this fanfic thing. And, like, I'm somebody, I never really was like, I never wrote fanfic. First off,
I don't get the appeal of fanfic.
I never wrote fanfic.
Usually it's just an excuse it's for a self-insert.
Because I was always about creating new stuff, right? I was always about like, if I was writing, I used to, like, when I was writing short stories or whatever when I was a teenager, they were always, like, new people. You know? It wasn't taking, like, a, you know, who's a famous character? Like a Frankenstein monster or something, I don't know. And making yourself related to him.
Yeah, I'm the cousin of...
I'm Frankenstein's cousin.
I'm Robin Hood's half-brother.
Yeah, I'm Robin Hood's half-brother.
I'm Zorro's uncle.
Zorro's uncle, Tom. Tony, whatever.
Tony Zorro.
Tony Zorro. That's a better one. Tony Zorro.
Yes, I'm Captain America's...
The other one's a different implication.
I'm Captain America's Captain America's nephew. That's all we're getting these days.
Yeah, everybody's related. Everybody's... So this last episode.
Yeah. So they go to the Daystrom Institute, which is, I thought the Daystrom Institute was a little bit more than the International Space Station.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Bob Hood. Hello. Thank you so much.
All right, they go to the Daystrom Institute, which is a space station.
Yeah.
They find,
because they named it after Dr. Daystrom and probably. I'm gonna say yes.
They have to leave Worf.
Come close to the mic so they can hear you.
Right.
Nobody can hear you.
It turns out they have to, Worf and Raffi. They meet up with Worf and Raffi, and so they go to the Daystrom Institute. And Worf.
Well, wait. Okay, so where did they meet up with Worf and Raffi? They just show up. They just transport over. Did we miss that part?
We missed something.
We might have missed that part. So Worf and Raffi end up transporting over to the Titan. We're on the Titan. For some reason.
I don't know why.
Because Ensign Ro, Commander Ro, flew her spaceship into the nacelle. Mm-hmm. Right. So Commander Ro sends, I have 2 trusted people I trust with my life. And it's Raffi and Worf.
Trust no one, but they're trusting everybody.
I don't trust no one, but they're trusting. Raffi and Worf are like, so Worf is this pacifist. Like, really?
Nothing makes sense.
I don't get why he would be. Didn't we leave him and he was like in charge of the high command or high council thing?
Okay, then their idea that they're being followed by the changelings or being on whatever ship that was. Okay, and that
we find out that like Starfleet's just infiltrated with changelings. Yeah. Didn't somebody say this in one of their fanfic or their, hey, wouldn't this be a good idea for a new Star Trek series one time? Seems like somebody pitched this or somebody talked about this once.
So they get the idea that, okay, we're gonna we have to leave them on the Daystrom Institute, and we're gonna warp over to the what's it called, the Fleet Museum.
There's a Fleet Museum now that Geordi's in charge of. Is he in charge of it? He's like the museum curator.
That's a good.
They're contracted by Worf and Raffi at the end of episode 5. They're contacted. That's right, Sean Russell. All right.
Hey, Jiggy Mantis, haven't seen in a while.
Sorry if I get some of the stuff wrong, because like that's the problem with like I gotta kind of bring this up, I suppose. All right, we'll bring it up.
I have it here.
Well, you have the synopsis,
but even reading it doesn't make sense.
That's the thing. It's one of these.
It's more confusing than anything. Wait a minute. Why do they need to do this? Where do they?
What do they do? There's a lot of unanswered questions that I have in this, and we never quite got answers.
No.
Taking back to Spike Super Chat, that Worf is pacifist now put me off watching Picard. Yeah. That one didn't sit well with it. It makes for some interesting comic relief, which is Star Trek, but it's so off-putting in this dark stuff. It's like the comedy, when they do comedy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Larry Zombie.
Oh, the fact. No, that's fine. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time here. So the fact that they have Worf and Raffi, right, coming in as this comic relief sort of contrast to this super duper dark. This super duper dark. Is that annoying? If that's annoying, I can turn off we'll turn off the pop-ups so that I'm not, we'll turn off the sounds. They'll still stay up here.
I want to show you again the fishy.
Oh, yeah, the fishy. Did you tell me you're a good boy?
You brought like 3 or 4 toys upstairs.
Aw. Did you tell me I'm a good boy?
Yes, you did.
Did you tell him I'm a good boy?
I'm a good boy.
Okay.
I'm a very good boy. He's a little little shithead, but he's a good boy. But he's a good boy.
He is. So what were we talking about?
I don't remember.
It's such a contrast. This is the thing. It is such a contrasting sort of it is so dark that the funny is like, what? Yeah, it's confusing and it's cringe, right? Because like the normal brightly lit TNG takes place like in the 80s. It's like an office in space, you know. You're kind of flying around and sometimes you have silly moments and sometimes you have, you know, sometimes you'll have Deanna Troi shoving chocolate in her face, right? And sometimes you'll have some kind of heavier episodes like Best of Both Worlds. Well, they're trying to shove it all together in the same episode. Have you noticed that? They're trying to shove the comedy. It would be like if I am Locutus of Borg, and and I just ripped one. You know, it's just like, what?
I'm Locutus of Borg. Pull my finger.
No, what? You know, that's what this feels like to me, right?
You haven't pulled my finger yet. Resistance is futile. You shall pull my finger.
And Sean Russell, 20 years have passed, though. I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. It makes sense to me. People's personalities change. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I give you that. I would not have a problem with it if this were in a more tonally less gory, people chopping off their hands to have changelings come and people getting just evaporated and vaporized and shoot, pew, every 5 seconds. Yeah. If this were kind of that Star Trek where it seemed a little absurd to drop an F-bomb, sure, the comedy would be probably better there in that version of Star for me. But they're trying to have their cake and eat it too in this one. They're trying to be all things to all Star Trek fans, and isn't that one of the things that they hated about? I mean, a lot of people hated about Nemesis. Was that 1 minute you go from this heavy, you know, death of Kirk, and then you have Data going, yes!
It's very disjointed.
Yeah. So that to me seems like if people had criticisms of things in the past, you pay attention to those and don't do them again. Maybe. I don't know.
We finally figured out who wants in.
What's in?
Come on, buddy.
We haven't even started the episode yet. We haven't even started getting into the... And of course it starts off with freaking Amanda Plummer and her stupid ship. Oh, she's just crazy, isn't she? But when she's got that thing in her head, right? I gotta get up and blow my nose in a second. Yeah, I think I got a cold or something. It'll be a day of lifeless bodies. We will have vengeance. So this is her just overacting all the crap on this Amanda Plummer. We will scorch the earth and underneath everything for which it stands. because she's got to act crazy. You know, she's got to be as over the top as possible. Is she trying for an Emmy? Is she trying? She's smoking something I wish I was right now. She's smoking something I wish I could without coughing, because I think I am getting sick. Taking Madness, I loved First Contact. You might enjoy this one more. You might be in the camp of people like Sean Russell who do like this one. See, and this is the thing, like, I just because I know I'm not personally enjoying this, I can see why people are. I can see what they like about it, because at the same time, we're still kind of like, yeah, but sometimes it doesn't matter. I just want to like it, you know? Because I get where a lot of people are coming from, too. Because sometimes it's just like, all right, yeah, it's dumb, but I just want to lean back and chill and enjoy something, you know? That's why I'll tell Rob that. It's like, oh, yeah, I know this music sucks, but I'm going to enjoy it anyway. So it's more the tone of the movies. You have the saucer section crashing and Data yelling, oh, shit, yeah. Sean Russell, absolutely. I totally agree. I think this is totally the tone of the movies.
Yeah,
don't you think?
I mean,
that's exactly where they're going with this. It's so the tone of the movies.
Everything about it is, oh, we want a more cinematic. Yeah, it's very telling. They say we want a more cinematic feel. I'm like, yeah, you want to make it more like the movies. You want to make it more action-centric, and you want to make it more... Yeah, you have, instead of a 60-year-old action hero, you have an 80-year-old action hero.
Yeah. See, this is a lot of the stuff that I didn't like so much about the first time around. And when people do voice kind of complaints, right? The movies to me are classic and I'll watch them once in a while. Here's my issue with the movies, right? They're still kind of a separate thing, right? I don't know. I think people, for me, how do I put this nicely? I think a lot of people are liking this more than I am. And I don't quite get, like, I guess, I don't know. What do you think? You're not helping me any, Rob.
I'm not helping you anymore.
You're not helping me figure out.
This is a hard nut to crack.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it has all the trappings of Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest way to put it.
That's the weirdest way to put it. It's like, it's just off.
It's just off. You know those off-brand action figures you buy?
Yeah.
You know? You know, Rat Man or whatever. Spider Dude. Yeah, it may look like Batman, but it's not quite Batman.
Yeah, I think nostalgia, you think, Happy Cynic? Go for the TNG movies or dumbed down versions of TNG. Yes, I agree. I think it's fine to like them. I spent a lot of years liking the movies, you know? And I still like the movies from time to time, but looking at it through the lens of me at this age versus the age I was when they came out. All right. I've developed a nostalgia for the movies that I think in this day and age, if they're repeating a lot of the same stuff that they're repeating, or a lot of the same mistakes, I think, I just can't forgive. It's like, you knew not to do this last time. We literally told you not to do this last time. How
is it possible we watched this damn thing
and don't remember?
We still can't tell you what happened? That's the sad reality of it.
Well, what happened? They go into Daystrom.
Here, go into Daystrom.
Bad boy, shout out.
There's an important, quote unquote, important Easter egg that foreshadows something.
Yeah, there's an Easter egg of Kirk's body being held at Daystrom. His remains, and I'm like, wait, slow that down. What's that? That's Kirk's body.
We had to do double take.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, so they got Kirk's body in there. They've got all these clues saying, and then you hear a whistle, and you hear Riker piecing together the notes of Pop Goes the Weasel slowly. And this is kind of reminds me of when I was yelling at Darmok. I'm like, it's Picard. It's Picard. It's Picard. It's Picard. And so I'm yelling like the solution of the thing. After a while, well, first I'm yelling, it's Pop Goes the Weasel. It's Pop Goes the Weasel. Still, they're really doing the Pop Goes the Weasel. Because they flash back to Riker in the fucking holodeck as he's young without the beard. I'm like, oh, they're doing Pop Goes the Weasel. They're doing Pop Goes the Weasel because remember Pop Goes the Weasel, Rob?
Remember Pop Goes the Weasel?
I do. I remember Pop Goes the fucking Weasel. I do. You can probably.
I think it's public domain.
I think so. Could be making the Borg Queen sing. Because we get little hollow, we get hollow sort of images that kind of are there in the Daystrom thing to kind of say, hey, Data's here. So they show up and it's basically a conglomerate of Data and B4 and lore and all these things. Moriarty's a freaking hologram. It's all these little clues.
It's member berries. I'm sorry, these are still member berries. I'm squinting to see the chat here. But it's let me pull the thing back up here, the synopsis, because like I said, even the synopsis is disjointed. Yeah, even the synopsis doesn't make a whole lot.
Well, they go and they bring Data lore B4 LOL back.
They mention LOL.
Oh, they mention LOL. It's supposed to be in the freaking head of Data.
Good. You have somebody who remembered LOL.
Meanwhile, Picard and his stupid son are on the holodeck drinking, and he's like, "Oh, I'm actually a robot. That's how I solved all of this." Hint, hint. Remember when I'm a robot. Remember when I'm a robot. Yes, so they go in to talk to Data about all this, and then something got stolen out of the Daystrom Institute. Well, what did Amanda Plummer steal? It was human remains. They're like, yes, but what did they steal? And Data's like, Picard, Jean-Luc Picard. Yes, I'm Jean-Luc Picard. But what did they steal? Jean-Luc Picard. Yes, but I'm Picard. But what did they steal? They literally did that. They did a who's on first with what did they steal? Jean-Luc Picard. Yes, I'm right in front of you, but what did they steal? No, they literally stole your dead fucking body, Jean-Luc, you dumb motherfucker. Everybody's stupid. Everybody takes forever to piece everything together.
Like I said,
why would they include Lore, the evil version? Remember Lore? To misdirect you. Remember Lore? Because you think he's going to show up and be an enemy, and he's really nothing. Because he's a big fat nothing cameo burger. That's why they include him.
Yeah, Lore's a big nothing.
Because he's a big fat nothing burger cameo.
Oh, this sounds dire. Yeah,
it is awful.
It is pretty dire.
The more I think back to it, the worse it gets.
Like I said, the freaking synopsis doesn't make any sense. The synopsis is just this synopsis here, TV tropes. I'm looking at tvtropes.org. It's just a bunch of... it's a collection of like descriptions of things in the episode.
Of things in the episode that happen. There's a few scenes here and there.
But there's nothing really to tie it together, which is a weird. It feels like there's.
This is like watching Discovery again. This ADHD mess of crap of little scenes. Oh, here's how they get away with not hand waving the fact that he's a robot. They just mention it. Oh, how do you deal with it? Well, I'm just a robot.
I'm a robot. I'm a robot. Hey, Van Gogh did incredible work.
And people think this is good.
Well, no. It gives people enough of. Listen, I don't want to say people aren't smart enough to say this isn't good. Okay, but what you're looking at here is not anything. And
this is the Force Awakens all over again.
Yeah, it's not anything resembling any cohesive storytelling. This is just enough of what you're familiar with to convince you that what you're seeing is good. They're giving you Picard, they're giving you Dr. Crusher, they're giving you Riker, they're giving you Geordi, they're giving you Worf. They're giving you 7. I don't know why 7's a 9.
Why the fuck's 709 here? It's just because she kissed up in the backs behind the scenes enough during the convention.
And they're giving you, like I said, just enough so that you don't peek behind the curtain too much. This is the veneer of Star Trek TNG. This is not anything that's really.
This reminds me of those fan films that are made like I don't want to knock them because they're actually pretty decent, but this reminds me of the fan films.
These are member berries. I hate saying we thought they were done with the member berry. No, this is loaded with member berries.
Oh, this has more than last time. This has so many because we haven't even gotten to Daystrom yet.
So
this is talking about him living with
erotic syndrome.
His erotic syndrome. So at least they bring
even
that
that's
back.
a callback to. But that's a callback to all good things. You know?
Yeah.
I live with aeromotic syndrome. Yo, Jack, enjoy your hair. And okay, and this other thing too is.
What other thing?
Hold on. Okay, so there you go. So there's Worf beaming onto the thing. Permission. They say permission to come aboard, Admiral. It's not his frickin' ship. He's not in command. Why? You don't need to ask him for permission.
Right. This is like the 7,000th time. We need to start just doing the Trek logs on these. We're just gonna bring back the Trek logs, Steve. Here, do the Trek log song. I gotta blow my nose. You're getting the hot seat. Wow. If you're a captain, what am I?
All ships are yeah, system's rebooting, whatever it is.
Yeah, the Trek logs.
For fuck's sake. I'm at a complete loss here. This is the hardest episode to recap because I watched it and I still don't know what happened. Yeah. I know you can kind of know bits and pieces of what happened,
well,
but
they're setting up pieces for the next one again.
But we're 6 episodes in. If you don't know where you're going, then why are we even bothering? Shout out to $4.99. You guys called member berries, but Star Trek is referred to Star Trek mythology. Would you rather talk about it? Okay, there's a way to do that, but they're not doing it in a way that's any way meaningful.
For me, it's a lot of like callbacks to, hey, here's a Tribble because remember Tribbles. Right?
Remember Tribbles.
Again, it's the Tribble on the desk again. They literally do the Tribble on the desk again. They do the Tribble on the only he's in
he's in a containment.
He's an attack Tribble.
He's an attack Tribble. There's such a thing.
Well, Edward experimented on them. This is in the Edward universe, and Edward's an idiot, as we know. Your buddy John Benjamin.
It's John Benjamin. Hello, I'm Sterling Archer. Phrasing. Hey, phrasing.
So now when he gets me chewed out of the industry, you want his job too?
Yes. Hey, phrasing. We're just done with phrasing. Is that not a thing anymore?
You can replace Justin Roiland and John Benjamin.
Yeah, that's right. I can replace Justin Roiland and the Rick Sanchez meets Sterling Archer. Is that even close?
A little.
Does that even sound like Sterling Archer?
A little bit. We'll do more Ben Katz.
Ben Katz. Yeah, because I have I got my dad here and my Dr. Katz. My dad's Dr. Katz.
That's the better voice.
My dad's Dr. Katz. As you know. Hey, so what do you say? We go for Chinese food. Well, you're Chinese. You just call it food. Rob's Burgers.
Rob's Burgers.
Bob.
Rob's Burgers.
Leave me alone.
Why would you open a burger place?
Jonathan Archer. No, Sterling Archer.
Jonathan Archer.
Sterling Archer.
Do Jonathan Archer impression now.
I don't have a Scott Bakula impression.
He doesn't have a distinct enough voice, does he?
It's Dr. Scott Bakula. I don't know. I'm going into Vince Scully and the 2-1. Low and outside, ball 2. Today's game brought to you by Valvoline. Valvoline, it does your car right. And brought to you by Ryan Gold Beer. For that clean, refreshing taste is Ryan Gold Beer. Coming up next, the post-game show. No.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The atmosphere is electric. Much the same way of March 1964, when a young Cassius Clay met Liston in Miami Beach for the first time.
We're only 8 minutes into this mess, Rob. So Raffi and what's his nuts don't
all right. Raffi and Pacifist
Worf. Hippie Worf.
Hippie Worf.
Worf the hippie.
The battle hippie.
The battle.
After Dodger game, be sure to stop by Randy's Donuts. Randy Donuts. The official donut of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
We got one of those now. It's up in Summerlin.
I was East Coast guy, be more Phil Rizzuto. And holy cow! Oh, I gotta tell you that White. Holy cow! Bill White. Hi, I'm Bill White. There was watch for the highlights of Bill White and Phil Rizzuto. They're hysterical. So they come back, and they're trying to make Beverly into a gilf, but I don't think it's working.
A gilf.
I don't think it's working.
A Gaga gilf.
A gilf, a G-milf.
G-milf. Yeah, that's what Jerry Ryan is now.
She's a gilf.
She's a gilf.
So hey, you all right? And it's okay. No, yeah, first time okay. Okay. Well, at least they don't make him the STD thing here.
Yeah, at least they didn't give him the STD. Region.
All right, so they're orbiting a star. Okay, now they're in a. Oh look, Shaw.
The captain of the.
Nice to include the captain of the ship.
They just forgot it's his fucking ship. This is the thing. They keep asking Picard.
They keep acting like Picard and Riker are in charge. It's this guy's ship. It's this guy's ship.
Like, it's my fucking ship. Oh, okay. An airlock. He should.
He could have him confine the quarters,
yeah, they were changelings. This is Kurtzman Trek. He could just be like, yeah, they were changelings, and blow them out of an airlock and be done with it. That's what I would do. All right, I gotta get something to drink.
All right, so they come up both scholars. These are scholars, both sides of shame. Roe believe whatever they're planning. Okay, scholars on both sides. Okay, yeah. Less 40 hours running out of time. Ticking clock. So there's the Daystrom station, which I thought was a bigger deal than this. Looks like the ISS. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so Worf, namely portal device encountered. Okay, so theft of something else that no longer exists. Heavily redacted files. So we burgle the very institution hunting us. We burgle. Look at that. Like, here's that lip.
Old man lip.
He's got old man lip. I've got old man lip.
He probably smells like old people.
Yes. You know who likes it? That hot young Minky, my girlfriend, loves it. She's that young Minky, that young chickie, my young girlfriend.
Oh, yes. The young wife of his?
The young wife, yes.
His wife and Picard's wife, Patrick Stewart's wife and I are the exact same age.
Yes, she is. She's
Patrick Stewart's wife and I are the same age.
Yes, young Chippy, yes. She's going to steal all my money, don't you know that? She's a blues singer, yes. She was a blues singer.
Patrick Stewart's wife and I are the exact same age.
So, okay, patrolled by his fleet, every security fleet. So now they're gonna change the conspiracy. So they think that it's on whatever the key to everything is on the Daystrom Institute. Okay, now they're walking around. Oh yeah, we're going into battle. Okay, William Riker.
So they transport Raffi and a pacifist Klingon and Riker. Why wouldn't they send Seven? What skill set does old fart Riker have?
Don't they have a security team on board?
Well, okay. Here. Let me take the hot seat here. I gotta break down this scene.
It's almost like Sean Connery.
Let's break down.
Jackie Mantis says I sound almost like Sean Connery.
Oh yeah. Yes. So Mecca can get a Patrick Stewart.
Yes. You can get to Patrick Stewart.
I don't want Patrick Stewart.
Is that what they're calling it these days? A Patrick Stewart?
I don't want Patrick Stewart.
What does that involve? Does that involve whipped cream?
I don't want Patrick. Rob seems to think. Oh, no, I don't want Patrick Stewart. What was I saying? What skill set does Riker have in this landing party? Okay, so Worf I understand because he's security and Raffi. Okay, they're retconned in as being part of this Section 31 thing, so they were going anyway because Ensign Rowe sent them, right? So they were gonna go anyway. Why is Riker there? He was available and not a robot. What about Seven? Her skill set is much greater. She's younger, more spry, was a Borg, can decipher all this shit, could have some little sneak away tension scene to talk to Raffi on the sly. Why wouldn't they send her? Well, I guess because she's still posted on the ship and her commanding officer wouldn't let her. So,
well, she's part
between
of the,
the two idiots
part
who
of the chain of command, I mean.
But she would have been a better choice. But between the two idiots who have no business on that ship, Riker and Picard,
like I said, it's to me, it would seem that she would be better at probably deciphering data, not the character, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, she'd be able to get in and out of the Daystrom Institute a little bit better than Riker. It just seems like she'd be a better pick for me because she has some.
No, they're setting Riker up for something, some kind.
Well, yeah, they set him up anyway though. So here's our attack tribble, because of course we have an attack tribble.
I'm like, there's such a thing.
I still cannot find comfort in humor. Why not? Oh, because the tribble tried to get him. There he is.
Raffi did drugs.
Of course she did.
Raffi's the you could just.
I get to sit on the tribble. You used to poke back. What happened to you? Well, I'm a great big pussy now. Is that the tribble? We're gonna show too much of the footage here. Let me put it on screen so I don't show you any. It's the last thing we want to do. YouTube's mad. Oh yeah, here you go. It's a tribble. Because hey, remember tribbles? Hey, look, it's a genetically modified tribble though. Look how cute it is. Because it sees Worf. And it's going to be like, I'm going to attack you. I'm going to attack you. Because apparently they have suckers and stuff underneath now. Yeah, I get it that Riker did the majority of the away missions. But it's like, he's so useless on this mission, technically. So we get a bird here. I mean, I guess he's there because he pieces the music together. So at least there's that. All right. Raffi is very out of place for the show. She is. Thank you so much.
She feels like she doesn't. She should be on another show.
Right. It like the Worf and Raffi stuff. It feels like she should be a completely different character entirely. Like this should have been a Worf and somebody else spin-off series. Like a Worf and a Dax spin-off series if she would have survived. Or be the needle in the haystack. So where are they going? They're going into the shuttle yard? Fleet Museum.
Yeah, okay. The shipyard.
And that's where Geordi is. So what's this Frontier Day thing? That's why all these ships are...
Frontier Days, it's just a takeoff of what they call the Naval Review. It's a big ceremony. They gather all the ships together and there's a parade. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, it's a Naval Review. They just call it a different... Fleet Week, yeah, that's all really it is.
But so they're all gathered in one place, which is kind of stupid. I'll admit that is stupid. Geordi, big long line of, do I want a handshake or a hug or a blah 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 blah. Oh, who cares? Just hug her and get it over with. So he hugs her, gets it over with. So apparently he's got 2 daughters. Geordi.
Yes.
He's got this one who's got this little side story. This is so long. They're trying to spin off these stupid characters.
Yeah.
They're trying so hard to set up a spin off with these stupid characters.
They're trying to set up. Well, the name, they even got a name, Star Trek Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's what they want. These legacy of these are the kids of Star Trek.
But I don't care. They're not interesting.
I don't care. Yeah, so Geordi's daughters. He's got 2 of them now.
Who will inherit as some kind of position. Oh, I thought I'd give Starfleet a try, and they'll put on a uniform.
They'll put on a uniform and they'll give him a command just because.
Or
acting commander.
First officer or whatever.
So they kind of have a little thing where they're like, our families don't understand us because that's what we're focused on in the military.
LeVar Burton's still not over not getting the Jeopardy gig.
Yeah, that's what it is. So they're trying desperately to give him a backdoor pilot. That's what it is. It's like, hey, let's get all these people in and let's do the same thing that they did and try and trick the people into this fan push of Strange, like they did Stranger Worlds. And the only difference is these people suck. These people suck. And the Stranger New Worlds people, at least some of the characters were better.
Did she work hard and use the POC card?
I don't know. Probably. Probably.
What is Yeah, what is your show's canceled? Yes.
Jordy. There's this huge like plot of, oh, we can't protect our children forever. And okay. They joined Starfleet. This is a huge problem. Everybody's kid is like either in direct command underneath them. They're on the same damn ship. Something. I really dislike that.
That would not happen in today's military.
Yeah. I didn't like it with Wesley Crusher. I complained about it then, and I'm complaining about it now. It's the same thing why I don't like Ensign Mariner on Lower Decks.
Yes.
Is this
nepotism?
Nepotism.
Favoritism, nepotism.
Favoritism. You're creating a conflict of interest because you're going to want to maternally protect your child in a way that you would not protect the rest of your crew. And yeah, to be fair, Wesley left the Starfleet. He did eventually. Yeah, just. This is one of the problems, though. It's like everybody's related to everybody. Everybody, you wouldn't have these.
No.
If that wasn't
there's
the
like I
case.
said, there's rules today about family members serving together. You know, there was that incident, the Sullivan brothers, in the I think it was World War II, where they were all on the same ship and they were all killed. So yeah, they go out of their way to make sure that doesn't happen now. You think that would happen in the 25th century? And this was dumb. This was just a pointless. This was a
pointless misdirection. It was a pointless misdirection on the trailer where you think, oh, what's gonna happen with Moriarty? Did he escape? Is he gonna be no? Just to fucking remember Moriarty. Just remember Moriarty. So he's a hologram image just to remind the crew, just to give the crew on the Daystrom Institute some indication that the ship or the station recognizes them. That the station is integrated with Data, and Data recognizes them and is giving them hints to know he's there.
This is
the whole reason for Moriarty.
Hey, please enter a passcode.
Yeah.
You can't have a panel. Please enter the passcode. Yeah.
Here's where Riker finally figures it out. Oh, this is all roads lead to Data, because of the bird. Data used to dream about birds.
He did.
I guess when I don't remember. He must. So he said, well, they said he did. So damn it, you're not a true Star Trek fan unless you remember this stupid fucking obscure detail, Rob. Don't you know that? Don't you know that?
I don't want to.
See, now your entire argument is out the window, and you're completely discredited for every little thing you say because you forgot one stupid, insignificant fucking dream a goddamn robot had 40 years ago on a show you barely remember the first time around. Don't you feel like a winner in life for pointing out that, Terry fucking Matalis, you piece of shit? Don't you feel like pointing out that? Don't you feel like such a winner that you have to go out of your way to discredit anybody who might forget one or two of your little member bear? That's all they want to do. Oh, you don't remember this, therefore, you're not a true Star Trek fan. Blow it out your fucking phaser.
Okay, I'm not a true Star Trek fan. Whatever you say.
It's like, fine, I'm not a true Star Trek fan. I'm gonna go back to the concert I caught the cold from. Have a better time, because now my hair's messed up. I've been bouncing. I think I remember. That's the thing. I kind of remember some of this stuff, right? But the fact that they kept flashing to this stuff, to young Riker, they flashed to him twice, a couple of times in here.
Yep, they did.
Before that, and this is like literally me going, Pop goes the weasel. Pop goes the weasel.
Pop goes weasel because weasel goes pop.
Is that third base? That was third base. Their other song had the Godzilla riff.
Strange New Church has one upside.
Look that one up in your Funkin' Wagnalls.
No.
And then look up what a Funkin' Wagnalls is. What happened?
What the Funkin' Wagnalls are you talking about?
So there's the other daughter that likes him and gets along with him. This one. Dad, we're in Starfleet. But Dad, we're in Starfleet. But Dad, we signed up to Starfleet. Let me go get killed if I want to. That's the whole point of signing up for Starfleet.
Young lady, you will not. Young lady, you will sit here and I will read to you.
But Dad,
not another word, young lady.
But Dad, I don't want to read those books. They're for little kids.
I was on Reading Rainbow.
But Dad, those books are for little kids.
And Twitter wanted me to host Jeopardy.
But Dad, Jeopardy is for women to host. Don't you know anything? This is stupid. So Dad
I was Kunta Kinte. Don't you know that?
Yeah, and you're just gonna hold that fact that somebody owned your ass over us for the rest of our lives, aren't you? That's racism. I don't care anymore. So 7 of 9 and this guy who have a closer romantic and age connection. I think they're about the same age, right?
They're gonna knock nacelles.
They're gonna knock nanocells. Nanoprobes. He's gonna nanoprobe her because he's a Picard.
He's got a little one. He's got a nanoprobe.
He's a Picard.
He's got a teeny probe.
Oh, you know he does. He's a Picard. You know he's compensating for something on that great big starship.
Yes, he is.
That's not the biggest one in the whole galaxy. I mean, come on.
That's right. I have the biggest one in the galaxy. I have the biggest ship because I have a tiny pee-pee. They gave me a robot body and they couldn't even make my pee-pee bigger.
Meanwhile, how big's the Defiant and how powerful is it? Oh, they show you the Defiant too. They're sitting there. She's doing trivia on him. She's like, "What's this ship? What's this ship?" And so we get a whole, "Hey, look, it's the Defiant. Hey, look, it's the Voyager. Hey, look, it's the 1701A."
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Kirk never needed a big ship.
But yeah, look at it. Look at the wrinkles on his neck and tell me he's not the same age she is. Just saying. He looks a lot older. So he's got the wrinkly forehead. He's got wrinkle. This guy's 45 years old. He's the same age she is. So they hook up. Data, lore, B4. I guess they're trying to make him age too. They made him age, so he's like a little Soong. He's got a little bit of Soong. He's got a little bit of Data. He's got a little bit of lore. He's got a little bit of lol. He's got a little bit of Soong. Yep.
Little bit of Soong. I got a little bit of Soong and I feel alright now.
Well, see, he says it right there. He literally says it. Where is it?
All before of lore.
And Soong. He's a little bit of all of them. And 100% creepo. What are we doing, Rob? True human integration efforts have failed. Which one was that? Was Data's head over there that they had, huh? They had him hooked up.
Yeah. I'm
like, okay, so they brought him back to Geordi, but Geordi didn't like hook him up to anything being an engineer.
Yeah, he couldn't find the right cable.
They needed a USB cable or something.
How hard it is.
And they only brought an HDMI.
You know how hard it is to find the right cable for your phone? Imagine hooking an Android up to your computer.
Crying out loud. It's all Soong and dance. The same old Soong and dance, isn't it? It literally is, though. This is the same goddamn thing. So they have this discussion again. We gotta let our kids go and stupid bull crap.
Yes, because I have a tiny pee-pee.
We need to leave that to Starfleet. I am Starfleet. No, I'm Starfleet.
No, I'm Starfleet. I'm reading Rainbow.
I'm Brian, and so's my wife.
I broke the dam.
They literally did that. You leave that to Starfleet. I am Starfleet.
I am Starfleet.
Stupid line. We are Starfleet. And we are farmers.
I'm
a robot, damn it.
Picard has a bionic pee-pee.
Why would they give him one? So they have a little daddy-daughter moment that nobody cares about. They used him because he's a work of... Who, Data? They used Data because he's a work of art. Is it? But it's not Data. It's... Oh, for crying out loud. There you go. Mr. LaForge. Oh god, it's been a weird week. This fucking guy, and every little line is so out of... This...
It's supposed to be a meme. That's a meme.
No, it's not so much as a meme, right? You know how I say that Star Trek is what... Like, this is what I want the Orville to be. This is what I want in the Orville. I want it's been a weird week. I want this, we'll geek out over engineering later, right? I don't want that in Star Trek. Get that writing and give it to Seth MacFarlane. Just give it back to him. I don't like this sort of dialogue in Star Trek. Do you?
No.
It's so out of place, right?
It's been a weird week.
Which is why, under better circumstances, I would gladly geek out with you over the marvel of maintenance and engineering that...
It's an Android combo platter. That's not all I can show you of this. And thank you so much, Sean Russell. The geek out over engineering, because Shaw was an engineer. Okay. Perfectly acceptable language in the Orville. Coming from the Orville guys, because they're more chill, they're more relaxed, they're more real.
It's more of an informal atmosphere.
All right.
At least on Ed's ship.
On Ed's yeah. So maybe that's just how Geordi rolls. Maybe he got a little... I don't know. It's another I like science mode. They want memes and they want these little moments that they can put in your GIF thing on Twitter. That's what they want. I think. All right, you ready? I gotta get up again and blow my nose. My nose keeps getting stuffy. I told you I was sick.
Take a Claritin.
I took a Sudafed.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah. I did take some. Go ahead.
Yeah, they want their I like science. That's a good question.
What
else happened?
What else happened?
So they're saying, well, okay, now the Daystrom Institute got a ship coming to the Daystrom Institute. The ship surrounding the Daystrom Institute here.
Yeah.
Order to beam them up. It's a camp. Oh, we can't beam them up. Oh well, we're not coming.
Why?
We're not gonna make it. No, Captain.
I'll blow them up then.
Starship is returning fire. Okay, so they got tracing phasers. So if they get hit, they get traced. What the hell sense does that make?
I am allergic to New Trek.
And so
the New Trek's just bad.
There's a part you didn't see in that they showed the Klingon bird of prey, the HMS Bounty.
They show the HMS Bounty, hence the name of the episode, The Bounty. Yeah. And
Jake Picard Jr. here. He's finally in the captain chair, huh?
Oh,
surrounded by nobody.
He's in command of nobody.
Shows what kind of respect the crew has for him. Yeah, get them back over now. Where the hell did we go?
They asked Picard for permission for more things than him. It's not even Picard's ship.
So the part you miss in this is that the part that you're not seeing in this is that, or is that a little bit later? Because they commit a major crime here.
What thing?
Hold on.
Which part?
Hold on. Okay, so they're yada 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 yada. They commit a major crime in that they take. Let's see if we can send it right now. So they try to wake him up. Here's the moment where it says, "What are they? What are they trying to take? They Jean-Luc Picard. What did they take? Jean-Luc Picard. Jean-Luc Picard. Is there a reset switch? Jean-Luc Picard. I am Lore. No, I am more. From the lab. Jean-Luc Picard. What is it? And they want Picard's remains.
Yeah. So Picard's body. Is what they took.
So this is Vladik or whatever the hell her name is.
That's Amanda Plummer.
But the part you're not seeing in is how they make their escape. What the frick's that kid's name from the Picard's kid?
Jake.
Whatever the hell his name is.
Say Jake. I don't know. What the fuck's his name? Crusher? Jack Crusher.
Jack.
Jake.
Jack. Jack and Geordi's daughter steal the cloaking device from the HMS Bounty.
Well, he's got skinny daughter and he's got curvy daughter.
Okay, well, first of all, that is a huge violation of Federation law.
Having a curvy daughter?
No, that's actually mandatory. But what they do, but that's instead of a Jack, who cares? Yeah, a cloaking device installed on a Federation ship is a violation of the end of as a treaty with the Romulans or something like that. I believe. Well,
the Romulan, there are no. Didn't the treaty go no more once the Romulan star system blew up, though?
I have no idea.
In the first place.
So, but secondly,
there's no more
Romulans. Why don't you just steal the HMS Bounty? If all these they said there's a line in it about how every ship is being able to track now, so you can't clone a transponder signature.
They can't clone a transponder signal because they can track every single ship because every single ship is a beacon, right?
Yeah.
So they go in and they steal the cloak from the Bounty.
Cloaking device.
The cloaking device from the Bounty.
Why not?
Why wouldn't they just steal the Bounty again?
Why not just steal the Bounty? Again. Steal the freaking HMS Bounty. Again. You have Worf there to read Klingon.
Right? Riker can read Klingon. Riker can fly that damn ship. You know it.
Riker was part of the officer exchange.
He was part of the Klingon officer exchange program. He went and served on a Klingon ship. He can read Klingon too.
Yes, so
he can fly it.
Just it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Kirk actually had the cloaking device installed that time on the Enterprise. Why not steal just an older Federation ship? Why not steal the Constitution class New Jersey? Why not steal the Enterprise A? The Enterprise A.
Enterprise A is sitting there. The Voyager's sitting there. Seven would be able to steal the Voyager easy. She probably ran a backdoor thing and just to steal the damn thing every time she needed it. For fuck's sake, she could just goddamn use her nanoprobes, go in, get the fucking Voyager.
The Treaty of Algernon, where it was stated that Starfleet cannot have a cloaking device.
Yeah.
And
is
wouldn't
already trying to kill them. A little larceny won't hurt. That's true.
Wouldn't that cloaking device be decommissioned, and wouldn't it be sitting in a security facility somewhere?
It would be in Daystrom.
Wouldn't it be in Daystrom? Wouldn't it be in a lab? Wouldn't it be in parts? It would have been broken down so they can make a schematic of it. I obviously put more thought into it than they did. The first thing they would do.
So good, Rob.
First thing they would do is they would remove the cloaking device and secure it, which was also why Defiant was not allowed to use its device in the Alpha Quadrant. Yes. Mm-hmm. I don't fucking get it, man. I don't fucking get it.
They could have stolen the Defiant easier.
Could have stolen the
Defiant?
Defiant?
Worf is right there. He could have stolen the fucking Defiant. He lived on the goddamn thing. With every one of those ships.
Perhaps it is a good day to die.
You could have, and here's the thing: you could have Worf steal the Defiant. You could have Seven steal the Voyager. You could have had who is it? Anybody out from the dinosaurs from the old Picard days, well, or from the old TNG days or TOS days? You could have somebody steal that ship. Just send Riker over to take that ship. With all the fucking member-berry ships. I'm surprised they didn't show the Stargazer there again.
The Stargazer. All right, I'm done. All right, so Miranda Plummer comes in and seemingly whisks Riker away. Oh, hi, I'm Frau Listener. Oh boy, this is bad. So Riker's like, oh, Captain Riker, not for me. And so, oh no, Deanna's been kidnapped, but I think it says, fuck her.
Yeah, who cares anymore?
And this is what everybody's raving about now on Twitter, I see.
Oh, we're not rapping anytime just yet.
No,
Michael Keller.
They're raving. They're raving about this. People, I'm not going to mention names.
That's right. Agnes has the Stargazer. I just want to.
They're saying
to pitch a show to the network. I really want to be able to pitch something.
Yeah, the Star Trek Frontier with Stingray Davis.
No.
Captain Stingray Davis.
No.
I'm Captain Pete Stingray Davis. And who might you be? I don't know. This is the same. This is made for people on. This is made again for people on Twitter.
Pete Stingray Davis just basically be an allegory for Pete Conrad.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is made for people on Twitter. This is made for it's made for people on Twitter. It's not made for anybody who really takes science fiction seriously.
Well, it's made for people who like the movies.
Yeah.
It's made for people who like the movies. Say that.
Yeah, it is made for people who like the movies. I mean, Jesus. Like I said, I looked at the synopsis. The synopsis didn't make any sense. And watching it back, it still doesn't make any freaking sense. What's supposed to be good? What am I missing? Sir, they've taken Troy. They've taken Troy. They have taken Troy. Quick, let's get out of here before they bring her back.
Right? Well, he already ran away because they grew apart after their one stupid kid died.
Mm-hmm.
That they had off screen.
Yeah.
In their 60s.
Yes.
In their 50s.
Well, maybe late 40s.
That's a little too late to be having kids.
Riker, are you going to kill her if I don't?
Even in the future, in your late 40s, it's a little bit late to have children.
Riker, are you going to kill her if I don't cooperate? Frau, no, we're going to give her a fate worse than that. We'll send her to Texas.
Is that like the normal thing? Like they have like a 40-year career, and then they have a family for the next 40 years, and then they
It seems like it.
Riker, you kill her if you don't cooperate. Frau, no, we'll give her a fate worse than that. We'll send her to Texas. Thank you. No, it's not that terrible. This one was kind of bad though. This one's pretty bad. This is where it really goes off the cliff.
This is it's fallen off a cliff because this just makes no damn sense. None.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of dumb choices. That's the thing. It makes sense, but it's just dumb choices, right? It's just 70-year-old action lady hero, very inspiring. I know. And if I'm alive at that age, I'll be inspired. Realistically, I'll be dead. Is the lighting for this really suck the life out of Rob? Is it the lighting or this episode suck the life out of Rob?
I'm wondering how far I could bend my nose.
Can you touch your eye with your nose? Ew. I'm just trying to do that.
I don't think I could do that. My nose isn't big enough.
Yeah, where's Raffi and her grandkids?
Can I do the other nose? The other nose the other way? Try to touch my eye with my nose.
Remember, we're watching grandparents.
Can I touch my elbow with my nose? No.
Watching old people fight is as dumb as watching old people fuck.
You fight like old people fuck. Slow and slappy.
That's what it is. It's old people fighting. It's 60-year-old people fighting.
Stay there. Hold on.
That's the same thing with Book of Boba Fett, too. It's two 60-year-olds.
Put up your dukes.
And you know what else? You know what's next? John Wick. You want to go see John Wick? That's going to be another 60-year-old action here. At least Keanu is better. Like, he's really a good action star.
Put up your... Yes, put him up. Oh, my word. I'm afraid I'm not as strong as...
Was there anything good about this season so far? I like Shaw because he's awful. He's like the worst Starfleet officer ever. He's like caricature bad.
Where's the
my Shaw
trailer?
Here, let me find it. Here, I'll find it. Here's our Shaw trailer. We gotta make a new one. It was fun. Everything wrong with Captain Shaw. Where is he? Here we are. Can you hear it? I think there's a market for old people.
What happens when Starfleet's most celebrated captain and legendary admiral cross paths with one of its worst officers? You get the wacky adventures of someone who shouldn't be allowed anywhere near a starship, let alone in command of one. Tune in for the wacky misadventures of McShaw Starfleet. He's incompetent.
It's important for you to know that I was having a nice morning before all of this.
Insufferable.
Bring them all on board. We're basically a hotel now.
Arrogant.
I'm going to step outside so the three of you can get your story straight.
Bitter.
Then I am not going to risk 500 souls for two relics who think that a couple of brass medals make them golden boys.
Disrespectful.
Basically, when it comes to rescues from danger, you two have a real chicken and egg thing happening.
Play with survivor's guilt and PTSD.
Why me?
He's insulting.
Bang up job your heroes are doing with my ship.
He's a born quitter who runs away from every fight.
You got us into this. You are going to get us out.
He'll shift the blame onto others.
Whatever happens next, Admiral, that's on you.
He has bad instincts.
Big order to surrender.
Surrender? Why? Don't you get it? We're being framed.
He's an idiot. And to top it all off, he's a racist.
The real Borg are still out there, and they have a name for you. Locutus of Borg.
I know the Borg have it coming, but still. After all, racism is kind of a recent thing in Star Trek.
Kelpians. What a waste of evolution.
With commanding officers like these, then who needs enemies? Watch as worlds collide in McShaw Starfleet. Coming soon to Paramount Plus. Seriously, this guy is so bad, I'm shocked that anyone would want to see him in charge of anything.
He was an idiot.
But what do I know?
Background music is appropriate. But what do I know?
Is this a CW show? Yes.
Shaw's like a real life Zap Brannigan. 1 beep for yes, 2 beeps for no. Beep, beep. Yes, yes. That's it. Book 'em.
The last officers in Swiss Army, they all drive bulletproof limos. They know friendly fire is a thing. Well, we forgot to add in. Maybe we got to do a sequel to it with this one. But I want to say where nobody respects him. Everybody asks everybody else for permission except for Shaw. That was one that I wrote in there that he forgot. Because I write him down and then he forgets half.
And forget half of it.
Or I'll say it because I'll have it up in the top of my head. I'm like, write this down, and then like half of them will get lost.
Chill would be a good
What do you mean?
A mushroom that grew in the shower would be a better captain. Are you kidding me?
Are you speaking in tongues now?
No. Speaking gibberish is the difference.
Why?
I don't know. I am Locutus of Vogue. You will pull my finger. Resistance is futile.
He's playing for comic effect. Maybe. I mean, well, here's the thing about Shaw is like he's such an out of place thing. Like I was saying that the comedy in the dark stuff is such a contrast in my opinion. Boop. Boop. Yeah, in my opinion, it's like such a contrast that like someone has to be funny in the show. But yeah, it's just it's not so much that it seems to be more in place on Lower Decks. Yeah, it seems like this is trying to be everything all at once, you know? It wants its cake and eat it too. It wants pretty much ew. Discovery. The Strange New Worlds and Discovery Season 4. How is Season 4 of Discovery still a thing? This is the thing. We have so much bad Star Trek now. We have so much new Star Trek, and it's just all not good. It's just none of it's really worth it. I'm back. I've been back. I just had to stand up because my nose starts to get stuffy if I'm sitting down too long. While I have whatever it is I'm trying to fight off, so. PragerU does not want men to wear dresses.
I don't want to wear a dress.
Well, they would have hated the 90s. Men should not wear dresses. Yeah, pretty much every fucking band. Nirvana. So pretty much every band you like. They all wore dresses. Where's the one where they're in the dresses? So said before, Captain Maxwell is a more believable maverick captain than the Shaw dude. For someone who supposedly cares so much about his crew, Shaw has been an easy to forget in the last couple of episodes. Until he says something, it's like the Titan isn't even his ship. Exactly. Right? How many times do they ask other people permission? How many times do they go and ask... Right, Rob? How many times do they...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they ask Picard for permission.
They ask Picard for permission more than they ask Shaw. Am I fighting off the coop? I don't think so. I think it probably just got a regular seasonal... It's either seasonal allergies or just a regular old virus from being around hundreds and hundreds of people all weekend in a very closely packed, tightly environment where people are coughing and whatever all over each other. Who?
Yes.
Who?
Crybaby.
Which crybaby?
This one.
PragerU's afraid of Nirvana.
Hey, buddy. What's up? Hungry? You hungry?
What happened? What's he doing?
You're just gonna sit in the doorway.
So here we're Stranger Worlds and Lower Decks will have an episode together. I just really don't pay any attention to Lower Decks. I kind of ignore it like it's a cartoon. I kind of ignore it like it's a cartoon. I can't stand it. It's irritating at best. Do we have any of the... Let's see. Do I have one of those? Is this one? No. Oh, Lower Decks. I wonder if I have one.
Come on, buddy.
No, that's sheep.
Buddy, come on. Here, buddy.
It's the Pike promo.
He's probably hungry.
He's probably hungry. We'll go feed him.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, it's just shrill yelling. That's the thing.
I like science.
Shut up, Spock. Is this it? Nah. No. No, I got too much old stuff that I can't remember.
Don't give me the Star Trek crap. It's too early in the morning.
You know what's good for a cold? Mecha Indica at THR Aquarium. Which THR Aquarium? All the makeup, the hairbands, or which one? Oh no. That's my end thing. I don't want that. I'm looking for my... I don't think I have it. Yeah, I don't think I have it. That might be seasonal allergies. That was I've been sneezing quite a bit, so. I was just typing, don't give me the Star Trek. Thank you. I don't think I have. What's this?
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, shut up, Bree. Yeah, I might not have it. New intro. I'm looking for any of my old, We'll get this.
And I need you both to know I'll carry it everywhere I go.
This is the power of love, people!
Whoa. I think I just figured something out, Beavis. This sucks.
Yeah, me. Sheer fucking hubris.
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
blast shield, it's a blast shield. When it comes down and it goes up, blast shield.
Okay, so here's why I hate Lower Decks, though. I found why I hate Lower Decks. Is it this one? No. This is... Oh, freaking... I saw it. I just saw it. No. God damn it. I literally just saw it. Oh, where the hell is it? 14. This is why I hate Lower Decks.
Back in the day, these god called Landru would suppress their creativity until Kirk figured out it was actually a computer. These knuckleheads went back to worshipping Landru.
Don't make me paradox you into destroying yourself. This is literally the exact thing Captain Kirk taught you.
Well, I like purging people during the Red Hour. I'm going to keep doing it.
Dude.
Yeah, I know. It's always weird revisiting planets from the TOS era. You know, Spock, Scotty, those guys.
Get destroyed by a gangster of Triskelion or whatever. Pathetic little flying hamper.
Well, Wesley Crusher worked with his mom. Maybe everybody will be cool about it. You said Wolf 359 was an inside job?
How to decorate the captain's yacht.
If changing's not real, the Dominion War didn't happen.
Titan is also within range. Boimler?
I thought the Enterprise was strong. We thought you were the Enterprise.
Hacklids?
Guys, right here? Yep, great stuff in that. You did
How much contraband have you hidden on my ship?
Double hit!
I wasn't mad that you were stealing the Sacramento promotion.
What about the needs of the many?
Red alert!
Artie and I wasn't invited?
Sorry, what was that? I hate it when a ship gets repaired and comes out looking all sovereign class.
Fluidic systems and how to reroute them.
He's with the prophets now. A tribble?
Yeah, that's for personal use.
You were sort of my Chadich.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna run into you, and I'm gonna feed you to an artist. You hear me?
I'm sorry I'm late. I was watching the first Enterprise on the holodeck. You know, Archer and those guys. Those guys had a long road getting from there to here. You know, they had a little Risa.
Should we take the little Horgan? Oh, the jazz.
It's very shrill. It's a lot of shrill yelling. And they talk constantly, and I think if it were more... I think if it were not bad on purpose, the fact that they have it as bad on purpose. Oh, that's just one episode too, and they did that many in every episode. Was filled with that many references every single episode. It's just annoying. A lot of shrill yelling, a lot, and that's all I hear is for the whole thing. I'm like, do I need to pull this starship over? Oh, it's awful. It's just terrible. So I get to the point where I don't even want to, like, hear the noise from Lower Decks, right? Why is Elizabeth Olsen trending? What's up here? She wore a very sheer dress. Why is she trending? Because of the Scarlet Witch stuff, I guess? No. Because of the... What did she do? What else did... Well, why is she trending now? That's what I want to know. I'm seeing just Scarlet Witch shit. Huh. Who knows? Whatever. Definitely do not want to watch anything from Lower Decks. Yeah, Lower Decks is just shrill yelling. So, I don't know. Rob, what do you give this episode? At least feeding the cat. I'm going to give this episode probably a 4 out of 10, maybe. I just... It's very grating with a lot of this newer Trek. And it feels like... I'm like, why... Why are we watching? Why are we watching Star Trek with a bunch of 60-year-olds? I went to bed, busy few days, I had my brother's wedding. Well, congrats to your brother, Techie Mantis. It's annoying they named the crappy animated series after the really good TNG episode. Yeah. What would you give this episode, Rob?
Maybe a 2.
A 2? I gave it a 4. Well, here, come over here and tell him, because you're way on the mic's here and not over there.
It's disjointed. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't.
It's not so much that for me. I kind of knew where they were going. It's predictable for me and very much all stuff I've seen. Right. That's the thing. Like, it's all stuff I've seen. Like all the good parts. So. What?
It's structurally. It's difficult. It's difficult. You watch this episode. You're like, what just happened?
Yeah.
There's no clear-cut ending or no clear-cut.
Well, that's because we're in the middle of
we're in the middle of a story arc here.
Yeah, that's what it is. We're in the middle of this overarching. This is part 6 of a 10-part movie.
Part 6 of 10. A 10-part movie.
Which really makes it very like if they want to have this one continuing thing, they really, really need to release it all at once. So that you don't forget halfway through what's going on.
Yeah. By next week, I'm like, what happened in the previous episode?
Yeah, we'll be like, what happened last week? We're going to forget everything that we saw because, well, it's hard to see. I mean, can you see this? This is hard to see. Yeah, imagine if I had this on the black background.
Who the hell was that? I mean, jeez.
Yeah, you can barely see it on the black background. For crying out loud, maybe the snow one's better.
I wouldn't call it a filler episode. I think they thought they're using it to build towards something, but it just doesn't. Everything just like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you this little nugget at the end, and then all this other stuff here is gonna happen that you're gonna forget about. They don't know how to write an entire episode. They know how to write parts of them, but not an entire one.
That's what it feels like, yeah.
Parts of an episode. Mm-hmm. Here's part of an episode here. Here's part of an episode there. Here's part of an episode here.
And here's some weird fanfic about this family drama from some other. I think they're piecing a whole bunch of crap together again. It really feels like, but I was not entertained. I had more fun talking to you guys about it. So I think that's at least what we get out of this. Is at least we get to talk to you guys about it. But I just still don't see what's everybody's seeing. I mean, this better get way better for me to like not just assume that people got all giddy because Terry Matalas slid into their DMs, right? That's what it feels like to me. He slid into their DMs, gave him a review copy, and everyone went giddy. Ooh, we're the favorite. I'm the favorite. I'm gonna be, and maybe I'll get the connection, and maybe I'll be the one making the next Star Trek. Because that's like what a lot of these people are on YouTube, or people trying to get into the industry, which any way they can. But I guess by being failed writers or failed whatever. So
yeah.
The lesson is you watch it, so we don't have to exactly, and then I get to watch it. Well, I don't want to complain about getting to watch this. There's worse ways to spend your day, but like if this is something like you come home from work and you just want to check in with what's going on at the start, you put it on the background. It's not going to piss you off too bad if you just want some movie level Star Trek, right? This is like Nemesis and Insurrection and all the kind of later TNG movies where they're fine, but I kind of expected a little bit better when they say it's supposed to be so much better, right? It's like, this is it. Okay. But the movies were still better. I mean, Ooby Dooby's better than this, right?
Ooby Dooby?
Yeah.
That scene
in Ooby Dooby.
First
yeah.
Ooby Dooby?
Yeah.
First Ooby Dooby?
The first Ooby Dooby.
Ooby Dooby. Ooby Dooby.
First Ooby Dooby is better than this.
Ooby Dooby. Ooby Dooby.
And that guy was an idiot. Oh. But then again, like, these are all tropes that I saw 20 years ago. Like, we got our movies. When the hell was this? 30-some years ago now, almost. It's almost been 30 years. I'm like, I'm so over this now at this point. It's almost been 30 years. To go back and revisit this now it feels so weird. It feels so unnecessary, doesn't it? It's like, at this point, I would rather be seeing new characters completely in the future that aren't related to people, that aren't fucking Spock's sister, you know? Oh, I hate it. I hate that so much that everybody has to be related to everybody. And it just, I think that's why I'm liking the Orville so much more, so. Just writing about the duality of synthetic neural cells learning in pairs makes no sense, considering how Data tried to upload his OS to B4. He developed a dual personality. Then we got Daj and Soji. So how can synth Data possibly ever function with multiple android neural nets to rebuild? Yeah, that too. Well, they kind of shut him down for a second too. That's the other thing. That's the other thing. They're like, we don't even know if he's going to talk to us. I kind of skipped over the Data stuff. We're going to go back and talk a little bit about the Data stuff here. You're absolutely right. Oh, it's so nice to talk about Star Trek. It's so nice to talk about like the important things in life, like the little ins and outs of stupid Star Trek-y things. No, we don't want that. Where is Data? How far is he? He's in here later. So when they have all these little Data personalities, right? So this head is Data's original head, right? Right?
Yeah.
So that head back there is supposed to be Data's head. You can see him. So then this is B4's body. But they still have Lore and Lal and then they have a hologram of Sung here, so... To be fair, they just kind of turned them on and didn't really do anything else, but... B4. Okay, B4 was the android that they found in Nemesis. Was it Nemesis?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the android that they made before Data. Tish.
I mean, listen, the whole idea is... They wanted a way to bring Data back.
Yeah, which we kind of like. I sat there in the theater watching that in 2004, saying, "Oh, this is how they're gonna bring Data back in the future." Not thinking I'd be sitting here in 2023 being like, "And here's when they brought Data back." You know, I thought that they would have done it by now, and we would have been over this, or they would have just not. And paring down my thoughts to fit, but you get what I mean. For me, the technical inconsistencies jar me out of it so bad. Yeah. There's a lot of instances where we are like, wait a minute, why wouldn't they this? Or wait a minute, why wouldn't that? And this is no different than any other Alex Kurtzman discussion that we used to have on the old show, where we would be having this, and it's every time when you break down. And here's what happens. Oh, do you need to go to your thing?
No, it's not for an hour, maybe, if they have them.
Okay. So, I was just noticing the time here. Every time it's like, once you notice and start breaking down the bulk of it, right? And the gist of it, right? The devil's in the details every time. Because there's always some detail that doesn't match up. There's always some little, you can question your way out of any of this making any sense. It's like, wait a minute, why wouldn't they? Like the same thing when we're just like, well, why wouldn't they just steal the Klingon ship instead of the cloaking device? I mean, then they would have two. I mean, wouldn't it take less time to steal the ship than go and steal the beam over, steal the cloaking device, bring that in, incorporate that to the other, right? I don't know.
Just steal the damn ship.
Again.
Steal the damn ship. That's all. Steal the bird of prey.
I thought before being a Remulan trap. It wasn't before built by Baldian. Which one? Oh, the Riemann guys. Before he was built by, wasn't he built by the Praetor and Shinzon and those assholes? So. Ron Perlman to Tom Hardy. Oh. It's been so long since I've seen that. I saw that once, right? It's a good idea, stealing shit. Are you going to the stratosphere? Probably not. Probably not anytime soon. I feel like I'm getting a cold. Here, I gotta snap blow my nose again. Here, take the hot seat. Then we can wrap up here. Go on about the little inconsistencies about the Data stuff too, if you can remember.
Well, the whole, like I said, it's just well, that's a creepy image.
Yeah, Data all pulled apart.
Yeah, that's a creepy image. You know, like I said,
the whole show's creepy.
Yeah, the whole show's creepy. It's all.
It's all creepy.
I hate Raffi. Can we get rid of her, please?
Yeah.
Jeez.
She's awful. She's stupid.
She's a dumb character. Michelle Hurd's annoying. It's It's an annoying character is what
Granny.
it is.
Stupid drug addict granny. I hate people who are old who make mistakes that they wouldn't have made in their 20s. Yeah. Aren't cloaking devices super difficult? But Sid and Jack do it like nothing, almost. Exactly. That's another one. Aren't cloaking devices super difficult?
It takes you a couple hours to install. It takes you at least 2 hours to install a new clutch in a car.
Right.
I mean, how long is it going to take a cloaking device to put in?
Right. From Jack Crusher and Sidney LaForge. Right? It would have been easier for them to go and bring Worf over and steal the damn ship. It's like they put the wrong people in the wrong places to do the wrong things. This is like Clue, right? They're putting the wrong people with the wrong skill sets in the wrong places. I would have put Worf on that Klingon ship and had them steal the damn bounty again. Which is stupid anyway to begin with. Which is fucking stupid to begin with.
They have a ship there in Mothball. All they have to do is start it up. And I think that would have been a nice callback to Voyage Home.
You're gonna steal it again? Again?
The ship was stolen once.
See, that's a good example of good meta humor, right? You know, you go and steal it and be like,
the ship's already been stolen once. Well, sir, it's been being stolen again.
Right?
Why do I think that's what I expected? Steal a ship, not connected to the Greater Federation. And that's another thing. They said that's it. All Federation ships have tracking devices and never be tracked.
They're all on each
so
other's
what? They're all on each other's wife. So what do? Steal a ship that isn't connected to the Federation.
Dumbass, stupid Terry Matalas Star Trek.
There was a scene in Skyfall like that. All MI6 cars have GPS fitted to them, so they ditched the MI6 car and they got the DB5. Which is so far old it didn't have, but it made that was a callback. It was for the 50th anniversary, but it made sense in this that you use a car that is not connected with MI6. Use a ship that is not connected with Starfleet.
I think it'd be easier to steal the starship.
Wouldn't it be easier to train astronauts to be miners than train miners to be astronauts? Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
God.
It's like the more you think of it, this is exactly like the same with Discovery. The more you think about it, the worse it gets.
Mm-hmm.
The more you think about it, the more holes you can pick apart. Nitpicking nerds are gonna have a field day with this one. Steal a ship that's not connected, and people love this. Like, this is the best Star Trek ever.
Well, you're distracted by the shiny thing. Look at the shiny thing. Look at the shiny thing. We have a new sign. Like, oh, look, it just gives you just enough. It's like Eddie Murphy's cracker.
I think they all got starstruck because Terry Matalas slid into their DMs and gave them review copies.
Hey, we need
mine.
I didn't get any. I didn't get any either.
No.
I got my luscious man boobs on display. So yeah. So let me. Hopefully tonight I'll be on Sporking News podcast. We'll be talking music. We'll be covering the year 1964, the year of the Hey Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, and we'll be doing a retrospective about that. Hopefully, if he remembers. Who knows if he will? I don't know.
Unless he hates you.
He doesn't. He hates me calling him Jeff all the time. His name is Scott. The sphere in Vegas is really his first try at the Borg make the cube. Yeah, the ball sack.
Yeah, the Borg sphere. Well, they have Borg spheres, so. I think that was more common before the cubes, and the spheres were the older ships, right?
Did you see Elvis? Wild movie.
Did not.
No, I did not. To be fair, Michael Keller Toss played Last and Foods in Science. Well, later on, bitter giving it to... Well, a lot of it's theoretical science. They're making up
Yeah,
what would it take to make? Well, the transporters are like that was a way for them to save money because they didn't want to have to do a shuttle. But they explain it. They explain in TNG. In our time, we have learned that matter and energy are interchangeable. So, I mean, if you think about it, what is really? I mean, that's what replicators are really. Matter and energy is just interchangeable. If you already have the sequence of proteins, all you would need to do is just rearrange them, reassemble it into like just say an apple. Or
it's like a 3D printer.
It's like a 3D printer that can print anything you want, like food or
that can print molecular.
And like if you have, exactly. If you have like if you have the schematic, the what would make up a cotton, the mathematic formula for what would make up this jacket, you have the molecules and the atoms already there, and it's all already there. You just tell the computer what to arrange it in a certain sequence, I mean that at least you could understand the idea behind that. Yeah, it's a little out there. It's by far we're nowhere near that. But actually, 3D printers are kind of. But you need the preloaded material. But you can at least say, okay, you know what? I can kind of see the idea behind that. So. Can I touch my nose on my bottom lip? No, not really. So Rob touches his nose with his bottom lip. Nope, can't do it. My bottom lip's not big enough. I don't have old man lip enough.
Old man.
Why didn't the Federation ask the Klingons for a cloak? Like you said, you got the cloaking device already installed in the bird of prey. The bird of prey is already there. All you need to do is just hijack it and just beam aboard and just get the key and start it up, or jump start it, or give it a push.
Well, yeah, because they had a skeleton crew anyway.
How big? Bird of prey doesn't require many people.
Remember the other ship beamed most of his crew away, right? Did they die then when Rove slammed into him?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because remember, they beamed most of his crew away.
Yeah.
And then Rose slammed into them. Did that ship blow up? Those people die?
I don't know.
Did his crew die anyway?
Can Rob touch his ear with his cheek?
Probably not.
No. More with this one. No. All right. So anyway, so that's the thing. It's full of holes. This show's full of holes. It's full of plot holes. There's parts of it that don't make sense. Part of it are just maddening.
Yeah.
So I'm going this way.
It's okay. It's okay. That's the thing. It's okay. It's just not. It's just not good Star Trek. It's hard to see. It's hard to pay attention to. It's hard to care about this late in the game, I think. But yeah, it feels like a waste of time. It feels like it's too little too late with Star Trek, It feels like, God, we're 6 episodes in, right? It feels like I'm still waiting for them to have this, we got to get all the people together and go off on a final mission thing. Because they're slowly piecing the people together, but then they're not. They're still, it's like still, this recap would have been entertaining the Picard stuff. Well, thank you. We're going to try and keep doing these. I mean, there's no reason not to at this point, because when they keep making bad Star Trek, I mean, it's not like they're going to stop making it. They've got what? They're filming season 3 of Strange New Worlds. They haven't even aired season 3.
And they're going to spin this off.
They're going to spin this off because they're doing this big I mean, it's already in the can, probably, I bet. They're just now negotiating contracts based on how much Twitter impressions you want. So if you guys want these people to make more money, then by all means, try and tweet about it if you care about it. I really don't care one way or another. I know they're going to make it anyway, so I'm not going to, jump on the thing and do anything support or otherwise, I suppose. So it's a waste of time, right? It's an amazingly reliable cash cow. Yeah, that's what it feels like. That Star Trek is, they're treating it, well, they're milking it like it's a cash cow. So, definitely. They're definitely milking it. Oh god, what's going on in the world today? What else is going on? I don't think I care about anything else that's going on in the world today. At this point, it just looks really, yeah, there's nothing else really interesting. So, I will probably leave this live for anybody who missed it. I'm sorry, I'm super stuffy. It's either allergies or a cold or something. I'm sure I caught something when we were out over the weekend. So if it's worse, then I'll haunt somebody. But the Klingons probably refused. So we hide in the chat. Oh, no worries. Well, the Klingons, they didn't even ask anybody. Like, they wouldn't have asked the Klingons, because the Klingons aren't going to give it to them, because the Klingons might be compromised too, right? So they're kind of, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, we can't tell anybody, because the whole of Starfleet are all changelings now. And they're all weird changelings, because they can all replicate organs and all this stuff, so. And it gets so... It's like they're making the stakes a little too high. They're making the universe too dark, right? They're making it too dark, but they're not using that as the excuse. And they're not going to. They're not going to use that as the excuse of why Star Trek has been so dark and brutal in the past. Everywhere outside of Picard's ship, I guess. And every other one of these stupid spin-off-y shows, right?
I mean, yeah.
Of all the recent ones. Like, they're not going to do that.
They set up everything for spin-offs.
Yeah.
Now.
But they're not going to explain away like that. They're not going to retcon that, so. What is this? Oh, that's nothing. Who cares about that? Rob, you got anything else to say?
No, because this is... I could just beat the points we've already made to death.
Right.
I mean, the show is confusing. It's not... I didn't find it very well written. It's all member berries. It's all just setting up this Star Trek Legacy series that everyone just wants to just... They all want to love it, but I don't. I'm sorry.
They didn't give it to me for free, so I don't. I'm convinced. Until I see the end of it, I'm just convinced that everybody went giddy because they got a review copy. And that's all it takes for people to be starstruck, I guess. I don't know. I am Mecca.
I'm Rob off camera.
And I'm going to leave this one up if you missed it. So, well, we're going to keep doing these. What are the other shows we're watching? Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. I was on Twitter and I said, when was the last time the Mandalorian's a bounty hunter?
Yeah.
When was the last time he brought in a bounty? No, I'm being serious here. When's the last time? Oh, well, he gave up his credentials to the guild. I'm like, yeah, but still, wouldn't he work off the books? Hey, Mando, I got some work for you. If you're up to it, if you still do that kind of thing, I'm no longer part of the guild. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm hiring you. I want this kept. You would go. Wouldn't it make sense there are guys...
He's a babysitter, though. He's got to protect Baby Yoda so
I know,
he can cure the zombies.
Wouldn't it make sense, though, there are guys that would want, like, certain jobs to be hush-hush?
Yes. Well, that's why you watch Firefly. So.
No, but seriously, he's got to have money.
He's saying the first episode, Rob.
He's got to have money for fuel and stuff like that. I mean, for spare parts, for ammo, whatever, and to feed Baby Yoda. I mean, wouldn't he, like I said, he would have to... Wouldn't he take on jobs to do that? I mean, it seems...
You're overthinking.
There's a part of the show that's missing here. You're babysitting nowadays? What a wuss.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you guys so much. Are you gonna do another stream later? Probably.
I don't know. Maybe.
He'll probably talk more about that. All right. See you guys later. Bye.